So I have one question. I know for some, continue here, smart contracts. Can you talk a little bit or describe what a smart contract is or
Yep,
how it works?
yep. So smart contracts, my favorite line, neither smart or a contract. Um, but, felt threatening to a lot of lawyers when they first heard the term because it had the word contract in it. What it is an automated computer protocol. And what I mean by that is it's an if-then statement. It is as simple as if this happens, then that happens. And sometimes that amounts to a contract because it has all sorts of contracting elements to it. And sometimes it just is a thing that happens. If something happens, I will pat you on the back or whatever. Like, it's not a contract. It's just something that gives you an action. So that's what they are. But the power in them is that if you have these kinds of scripts, computer scripts running, you don't need somebody else in there administering something. So the processes, business processes, happen pretty automated. So you've cut down on a lot of sort of what I would call siloed errors when you're constantly having to enter data and then somebody else is going to have to perform an operation and then somebody else. Every time you have somebody touching a business stream, you have the possibility of an error, a security breach, whatever. This cuts down on that because it's automating the process. So there's no intervention in the middle, and it can go much faster and more cost efficient.
Speaking of cost efficient, are there any potential costs or costs to any organizations looking to utilize HealthTrends?
Well, we're not a charity, so yeah, so yes. Um, we are competitive, have competitive business costs to use our service, but we are a startup, so it's priced accordingly. But we're also probably, in fact, I believe we're the only one who is looking to bridge our data or this kind of data into the smart contract world. And if you think that the future of the world is automated processes, and yes, let's look at Amazon and what's the trend has gone on in terms of automating the workforce and automating processes. So as the world becomes more and more automated and these types of computer instructions or scripts or protocols or smart contracts, all the same thing, because I use them all. If those all happen, then you're going to need to be able to get good data into them so that they're not just grabbing some piece of data and then doing a bunch of automated actions on top of them. So think of it more sort of in terms of pricing. If you are saying, I will do a contract at X price, when the market hits X price, who's determining when the market hits X price? How many different sources are you using for that data, and how do you get that data into the environment that's closed that needs to have the external data input? Similarly, if you said, I will shut down when, or I will open my business when the rate of infection is X, how do you know where that rate of infection is coming from, and what sources you're using, and how do you get that to be a data point that's not questioned and get the automation going? So that's where we start to see some really exciting things going on in the smart contract world meets legacy. I don't think it's rock'em sock'em robots. I think it's actually a bigger pie for all.